Hi, my name is Stephanie Heicher, and I want to believe in our ability to love one another. We are born to love from the moment we are out of the womb. In our mother's arms, we have love, and hate has to be taught to us. I was lucky enough to experience the unconditional love of my mother. She instilled love into all of us growing up to love one another unconditionally above all else and to treat others with love, no matter their sex, age, race, sex preference, you name it. She never judged a soul and shared her love freely. Other than learning in history and school, my first experience seeing the effect of discrimination was bringing my first boyfriend home to meet my family. He was African American. Let's just say my mother's love had hidden my father's issue with race for all 16 years of my life. I learned that my father was raised differently. He was raised by people that had lived with segregation between the races. They were taught not to love or show love to people of color, that he was taught people of color were inferior to their kind, and unfortunately, that hate was passed on through my father's upbringing to him. It was not until the love of my mother and her love for others was he influenced to change over the years. My mother had literally changed my father's life through her love for others. Her side of the family was from Portugal, so where they were taught to love instead of the hate that was being taught here in our country. The hate in our nation has recently brought these memories to surface for me, along with recent experiences that I've encountered locally. A friend of mine from a past class shared her experiences of being taught from an early age to speak to white people in ways to prevent retaliation or discrimination in the workforce, and recently to ensure she received equal support while obtaining her education. This was just 2 years ago. I have another friend that to this day has not been able to be himself or come out publicly due to a past experience of hate towards gays at his current job. He's 45 years old, and this is 2017. I have a colleague that was on the phone with a client 3 days ago. She was called N-word multiple times on the call before being able to disconnect. An old roommate of mine was denied the ability to buy gas just last week from a local store here in Greensboro that I won't name. The store clerk made a comment to him about making America great again. I'm concerned about our ability to love one another. People have been hated, segregated, even killed for their differences. These conditions took love away from people and instead of filled them with resentment and hate. People have learned to be hated as a normal part of life. I'm humbly blessed that my mother taught me to love, and I take pride in using every opportunity I can in spreading the love that I've been blessed to learn from her. I do not believe in our ability to love one another right now, but I hope that those of us that do love freely can continue to love others despite their hate in hopes to teach love and create change in people just as love created change in my father. If we believe in the ability to love one another, maybe we can change the hate.